control. But we do, to my credit, we do have 2 extra exchange students staying at our house. So it's just been a thing. But summer seems to be going fast, too fast for my liking. We went camping this weekend. We took our 2 exchange students camping for the first time in their lives. In the woods. Funny. One is from Korea, one's from Japan. They're both from big cities. One's from Tokyo. The funny thing is they had never been out camping, but on their applications, they're like, we want to go shopping at big malls and go to, what did they say? Go to art museum. I'm like, I don't even know where an art museum is. We are going over this weekend to Oregon, and we're going to have a little extra time while we're there. So, but I don't know if would an art museum be on your top list? It's just not anything my family does. But my husband, I have to go help with the wedding. My daughter and my granddaughter are in the wedding. And so I'm going to help with the baby and, all the things. They didn't want all of us coming to the wedding. So everybody else is getting to do fun things. They're going to go to Tillamook over on the coast. And I think they're going to try to see a lighthouse over there. The Tillamook factory has like a new experience. So they're going to go there. Is that close enough to an art museum? I love art, I guess, but it's not my thing to go to an art museum. So we'll see. I'm hoping to stop at the Multnomah Falls, but it's no longer free to stop at it. It used to be kind of our bathroom stop. Sorry, I don't mean to be kind of a potty mouth about it, but the truth is it was the place where we always stopped because you could stop right on the highway. They've got these lanes that go right into Multnomah Falls, and then you can go in bridges, like a tunnel underneath to see the Multnomah Falls. And then they have the visitor center with all the nice bathrooms. They're clean, and we'd always stop and kind of take a little break there when we went to see my daughter in college over in Eugene. So anyway, I'm hoping we're going to stop there, but I've heard now you can't just park in those parking lots off the freeway anymore. It's kind of bad because it's right off the highway. But you can't do that anymore. So I've heard you've got to pay for parking, so $9, but I think it's going to be worth it so they can see Multnomah Falls because it's quite a thing to see. So taking a look here, I think trying to decide what color to do our Highland cow here. I'm thinking about I want to do a red bow, I think. And I'm going to use our new cherry. Is that a pretty color? She's got, I guess it's a Highland cow. So a cow is a she, not a he. Yes, I'm going to miss it. I'm kind of sad. So this is the regular red we have. I don't know if you can see the difference. This is the one I'm going to use. It's called cherry. So it's kind of a deeper red. I was pretty excited. It looks, actually the candy apple this one looks a little orangish, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it's I've heard it's $9 for parking. Unfortunately, we're going to have 2 different cars to do it because everybody else, I'm taking the Japanese and my 2 daughters and the babies. We're going, I think it's going to be camel. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm trying to decide. For some reason, I have 2 camels out. I think this one's lighter. So that's what we're going to start with. And I want to do red in the bow. And I'm thinking about doing the little bell in red. I don't know. Some people are saying they don't like the bell, but I think we're going to do it. So this is a reusable transfer I'm using. You can use it over and over. I had thought to do t-shirts with her. I'm going to call him a him, but cows are, yeah. I mean, we've been there several times, but it's fun for the exchange students to see it. There's some nice water things in that area too. We're not staying totally closer to Portland where we're staying, but I think it'll be fun. I'm going to just go ahead and do this bell, I think, first with this cherry. I'm going to be out of cherry soon because I've been using it. I'm going to try to, I'm not very good at getting small areas. Let's try to do her. I'm going to switch to a her now. Bell and her ribbon in red. I have a reason because I want to have her color coordinated. I mean, because all Highland cows are color coordinated, right? All right. So I'm just using a tool there. And I'm going to set that aside. So they're going to do that. We haven't decided totally what to do in the rest of our time because we're going Wednesday. So we're going to pretty much have Thursday. We're just babysitting my granddaughter while my daughter has to do all the maid of honor things, obligations. So we're coming along to be the helpers, hopefully. We're hoping to see the little bell. I think I did pretty good. I think it went pretty good. I'm just peeling it back. I want to make sure it gets dried. Oh my goodness, things have fallen. Oop, that's not helpful. I want to get it dried before I set it back down because I don't want it to smear. I'm really good at smearing. Hey, Terry, good to see you. You're talking about, this is something I found. It was a $3 Target surface I found, I don't know, at least a year ago. Because it's been a long time since I've been to Target. Put stash down below if you are a craft hoarder or, better known as stash. Love to hear that I'm not alone in my illness. So this surface particularly was, in fact, my last trip, where did we go? That I had a suitcase. I still had surfaces in my suitcase when I came back from Washington. All right, we're going to do the rest of the little girl. I'm getting it. I'm just going to do her all in the same color and see how it goes. We can always kind of paint in some areas. Ooh, this is some thickness. That was thicker than I thought. I just kind of jumped the gun. These are water soluble, so I can just go ahead and mix in some water. You want to use distilled so you don't have any impurities in it. And oof, that was way thicker than I thought. I don't normally do that at all, but I'm gonna spritz her what I have down because that was really dry, and I'm hoping I didn't destroy her. I may have to kind of fill her in a little bit and then come back. Oops. I think that worked a little bit, maybe. I may have to, I don't know. We'll take a look and see what she looks like. I've seen some different versions. I saw a really cute one where someone had used her and sort of like is it Jimmy Buffett with the 4 different colors on some canvas panels. I just thought it was gorgeous, like an orange and a red and a yellow, a green, or whatever the colors were. I don't even remember. I was just kind of looking at it and I was like, oh, that is a good idea. And I thought about how many times I'd have to do her. And that one actually, I think she said, the lady that did it, I think she was saying, she did it first in a lighter color, then watercolored in the color, and then went back over them all with black again. So really, and I've got a lot on here, and I don't know why it's not squeegeeing off very well. I'll take a bigger one. See if I can't get this a little evened out here. All right, we're going to see. The good news is it is water soluble, so if we have to wash it and start over again, we can. She actually is looking pretty good. I don't know. I don't know. I do think she needs a little more. What do you think? Does she need more detail? Probably 2 years old and never opened. Wonder if they are still good. Probably. And even if they've dried up, put water in them. I spritz them 2.5 of my 4 bedrooms. Yes. That was caused a divorce. Time to start working on them, though. That's okay. Start pulling things out and do them. That's kind of how I started on YouTube, to be honest. I was laid up and I had a big accident, so I couldn't move. And so I had my husband set up like a craft table for me right on my lazy boy. Right over my lazy boy, sat with a little card table and just started doing little crafts and taping it. So on YouTube, and that's kind of how I started doing lives, even because I started over on YouTube first. And then it was fun. So that's when I found it. But yes, with the LaDonna, with the paste, go ahead and grab it out. Even if it's dried and caked, I go ahead and I will spritz it really hard with some distilled water, let it sit overnight, come back, stir it as much as you can, and then keep doing it until it's the consistency that you need. I do have to say, she's a little lacking in color, I think. I don't know. I am thinking about maybe it's doing some dune highlights or something. I'm going to spritz this little thing and see if I can't get it cleaned. I don't have a sink in here. Otherwise, I might have missed some of her head even. If I was in my house, I would just take this to the kitchen sink and wash it up and keep going. But we aren't there. Actually, what I might do, this, when you watercolor in, this gives you the outline, right? I don't know. I'm trying to decide what color. I don't know that I really want to go with brown with my bark. Darker color. Thank you. But I might come back with some dune. We'll see. We're going to give her some highlights, I think. Right. We can always just wash the whole thing off if we don't like it. But I'm going to wash off this transfer a little bit. Get that going on drying for me so I can use it again. Because I'm going to imprint. I'm going to print over it again. And so this is going to get me. It's kind of messy to do it this way. It's not the greatest way to clean it off. Trust me, it's real quick in the sink. And this is going to be kind of a messy thing to do, but we're just going to wash this. Whoa, we're making a mess. Wash this off. It's not crafting if you're not making a mess, right? That's my theory on the whole thing. I think this is why I've been overthinking this little Highland cow. Just because I thought it might. I've seen it where it's like just black on a t-shirt. Looks great. I think that's what I maybe need to stick to. It's not so intense, labor intense, but we're gonna stick with it. I do like the camel, and so I may come back with camel after I've done some watercolor. We're just gonna see if this will work out on this surface. I always like to get my brushes wet, and I spritz some water into the lid of Dune, and I'm just gonna grab some of that and see. I have no idea how to do highlights, so this is just like, oh boy, playing it by ear here, literally. Maybe giving her ear some highlights because I want it to show. So I'm kind of going to go over. I don't know. I'm starting on the ears. I want it to go in the black spaces because I'll come back over it with Dune. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm not an artist for sure. So if this turns out, we will know for certain that anybody can do this because it's just kind of like painting in the lines, I've heard. And I'm going to stick with the hair, I think. I can see where her nose is right here. I'm not going to do that. And I'm trying to just do brush strokes in. This was way too wet over here. In the, in the direction of her hair. Yes. Just put cow down below if you want me to get you the information on it. I'm happy to do that. And be sure to stick around. There's a whole lineup of crafters today. Everybody comes up with their own crafting idea. This was like a last minute thing. All I think I'm her horns. Highlands are like really good. They do really well in our area because we do have some winter weather here. Mountains can be rough, especially in the mountains. So, hey Courtney, good to see you. Glad you're here. I am over in the Crafty Bunch. If you have not joined the Crafty Bunch yet, make sure you go over there and join. It may take a hot minute because we're having an event. It doesn't, this is Crafter's Choice. And there's a whole, I went outside the line, so I'm not great. But I do kind of like this brush. I suppose if I did I'm just kind of trying to give her some highlights. I don't know. Maybe this will be one of those projects you can learn from my mistakes. Right? Sometimes that's the best projects. So she doesn't look like a whole lot. I'm going to go back and do the outline again, but I'm just kind of brushing in the lines with Dune here. I'm going to do a little bit here, even though it looks kind of bare there. And I can tell, like, because this is a chalkboard surface, it kind of is getting, in some areas, if it's too wet, if my Dune is too wet, it's giving like kind of like a bubble effect. So I'm kind of going over those areas. And I'm adding a little bit darker. So I kind of went like a whitewash over this. And now I'm being a little more bold. Trying to be a little more bold anyway. I'm not always. And I'm definitely not a painter. Like I don't sit in color. I enjoy the fact that these transfers make it so I don't have to be a painter, but I can look like I'm a painter. I do want to put a messy bun on here. So we're going to experience Oregon this weekend. It feels like the week is already gone because I just used some DNA here to went out of the lines. Just trying to get like a little bit in some areas. So it's not all consistent. I'm kind of liking it. Kind of looks a little bit like a skull right now, doesn't it? She really kind of needs some earrings. maybe. No, we'll put the bow on. Do you guys think, tell me what you think I should put on. Should I use just the plain bow or should I use the cheetah bow? It's going to be red. It's going to be our cherry. So think about that. I don't know. I was thinking the plain one, I don't know, is red in cheetah. You guys know me. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm kind of a purist. Like flowers can't be blue if they don't naturally go in blue. You know, that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of a little bit leaning towards making sure it's the right colors. Cheetah cannot be red, I don't think. It has to be browns. But I want the red to go with our little bell. This is actually giving it a little bit of texture too. Going in and putting the darker streaks is giving it a little bit of extra texture. So we'll see how that turns out. We'll see. It may not be a perfect experiment, but I think it's going to go well. Getting this transfer kind of dried up. What I did do before I started with that transfer was I did it to make sure it doesn't stick too hard to this. You want it to stick, but you don't want it to overstick because that would make it hard to get off. You have to tear as you're taking it off. All right. Get some of our mess out of here. Oh, Maria, that's cool. So is cheetah red then? I don't think so. I might have to go with the plain bow just because I'm going with my hunch. All right. So I just want to make sure this is really good and dry because I don't want to lift it. And sometimes with chalk paste, you know, we put a second layer on, it can lift it up. It can reactivate it. So sometimes that does happen. I'll show you how this looks before I go ahead with the next step because you can see, like, you can hardly see anything. Can't see the lines very well, that's for sure. I'm actually looking at, is her nose going to be okay all black? I'm thinking about her nose. What do you think? I think it's going to be okay. I'll go with the horns. So that's how it looks before I lay it back down again. Isn't that cute? Sort of cute. You can kind of see the vision, right? Now, let's see how this works. I do see kind of a buildup there. You don't want that. All right. I'm going to use a different dune this time because that one was really dry. I was kind of shocked it was so dry. Great thing about these transfers is you can really see through them. I don't want to see black there. I want the horns on. Okay. And we're just going to go over this whole thing with dune again, except for the bell. Because I want the bell red. And I'm opening up a different one this time. I definitely don't wear cheetah ever. I can't even think of a single thing I have in cheetah. All more power though. Some people just are. It's not that I hate it. It's not my... Oh, this is pretty dry too. What have I done to dune? Or to my camel? This is camel. Dune is the lighter color that I was using. I don't know. Somehow I got 2 jars of it open, which is part of my problem. So I go between them. And because it's not my favorite color, it does seem to, it gets a little dry with the air inside of there. I'm just going to make it like yogurt consistency. So make sure you go check it out over at the Crafty Bunch. So excited to see what everybody's got. Even if you don't get a chance to watch all the folks with their Crafty Bunch line up live, make sure you go back and watch the replays because there's lots of great things. Lots of great things. I think we have a swim meet. My daughter, my youngest, has a swim meet about an hour away from our house. We'll have to drive after this to the swim meet. So I will be catching the replays. And Denise Morris is up next at 1:30. Let's make sure we have time. Oh, yeah, we got time. She is with Sterling Rose's Art Creation. So it'll be exciting to see what she has to make. I sure appreciate Cheryl for getting us on here from Mama P. And make sure you check in with everybody. Follow all the different creators here in the Crafty Bunch. It's kind of a fun group to get all kinds of great ideas. I love them. All right, I think I'm going to get this. My fan is sort of blowing on my work. So I got my least favorite color on my new Crafty Bunch t-shirt. Oh no. Not me. That's not good. All right. I'm going to make sure. I think the last time I missed a little bit of her top of her head. So I'm going to make sure I get all the areas this time around. It's definitely moving a little bit better than the last time. Dried really quick the last time. So we're just going to move quickly. We don't want chalk paste to dry too much in the transfer because it will, when you peel it off, it will kind of peel it off with it. So get this shut because we do not want to get everything down in there. I'm going to even put an extra squirt of water so it'll work itself overnight. And we need I'm pretty dirty here. Hey, Brenda, good to see you. You're making a Highland cow. Okay, we're going to peel this off slowly. I'll put it so it faces you. Peel from the center. Oh, that doesn't look like it got it. I'm going to grab some more here. The nice thing about reusable transfers is you can go ahead and maybe was premature with that. Lay it back down where you don't like what, if it doesn't turn out, you can always lay it back down and try again. It's always, nothing is I don't know, that part is just not going to go, I guess. A happy mistake, right? Nothing is really an awful mistake. I think this is going. There we go. There she is. Probably should have a name for her or something. Isn't she cute? A little cow, my Highland cow. I think she's there. All right. So it looks all different ways. What do you think? We're going to continue on here and get a bow put on her. I had thought about maybe putting something on the bottom, but I'm not sure about that yet. All right. We just want to get her dried up so we can put her bow on. See how the bow goes on. I'm not even sure. This is my first time using this transfer. Or we could use, I don't know. This little Highland cow is a little bit more artsy, I would say, in my opinion. If you don't do just the plain transfer, it's definitely a little bit more artsy than I usually do. So this is kind of new for me. So if I could do this, you can for sure. And you might decide different colors. This is the camel. Actually, it's looking really nice as it's drying, I think. don't know if she got a little smear there, but what do you think? Isn't she cute? All right, I'm going. I know, Maria, you love the cheetah, but I think I'm going to go with the regular red. I'm going with my hunch. Hey, Becky. Good to see you. I think that's, Brenda was before, I guess. Okay, now to figure out where in the world, how do you figure out where in the world bow goes? That is the question. All right, I'm going with there. I'm going to show you so you can see where that is. We have about 10 more minutes, and then we will be seeing Denise next. Do you see where you can kind of see through the clear area is going to be where you see paste. So I think it'll be good. All right. Here goes nothing, right? I mean, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't turn out exactly as I planned. Thank you. Is that Alona? That's a neat name. I like that. Okay. I don't think I need that. I think I need a squeegee here. I do have a transfer. I don't know if the lettering is the same. It says homegrown. I think that one would be really nice with this one, with this Highland cow. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we need something more, or if this is enough. If she takes away the whole. I tend to like to put words on everything. Do you guys like words? Put words down below if you do like words, or say no words. Doesn't matter. Okay, her little bow is just absolutely perfect. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute. Oh, yes. Tammy, that would be great. What color did you do the cheetah? That was my discussion. I was doing red, and I was thinking cheetah wasn't red. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not anti-cheetah. I think the cheetah actually gives it a little bit of variation. I think that's nice. So I did want to make a little bow on here. But before we do that, I might just take a look here and see. I kind of like how as it's drying, it's actually kind of drying out nicer. That camel color. I did want to check and see what that. That's not it. See if I could find that. Oh yeah, here's the homegrown. I was thinking maybe. See how the windmill is in the middle of the homegrown? I was thinking putting home on this side and grown on this side. I think I might do that. Tell me what color I should do. Should I keep in my color, or I'm thinking dune, the lighter kind of whitish color, the off-white color. What do you think? I'm thinking about putting homegrown down there. The one you did in black, then the other one over the top in camel. Oh. Dune, the white, kind of the off-white color. Oops, those are stuck together. This one's the Exist Loudly transfer, by the way. This might even. I want to get the G. I think that's what you're meaning. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. I think I'm going to go ahead with the dune. I might. You know what? It goes on either side of Little Miss Highland Cow here. I'm pretty excited about that. pretty excited. And I think I did go ahead and add some water to that, thinking I was done with my dune. It's going to help it along, and now I'm not really helping myself. Could always go over the top of that with cheetah. You could always do that. That would be the other thing. We could do the cheetah print over the red bow. Hadn't thought of that before. Let's see. That would be the other option. So then you could have a colored bow. But no windmill. Although I think the windmill is really cute. I think this would be really cute. I know there's a couple of people who raise Highland cows here in our area, so maybe this will be a hit. We'll see. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty pumped. That makes me excited. That is pretty exciting. So these, I will just take them inside and wash them in the sink. Oh my goodness. Is that not the cutest? Homegrown. Isn't that the cutest? I just think that looks amazing. I hope that's what you were saying, because that is the best. Cheetah and camel over the red would be cute. You're probably right. That isn't even dry yet. Do you think the red is too bold? Although I don't know. Let's see. I do want to get a bow on her here. Kind of a messy bow. And I saw, where did that go? I saw it somewhere. I have this red, red checkered. Isn't that the prettiest? I think this is going to go great. I want to do a kind of a messy bow up here. Let's see. Get some scissors out here and start cutting some. That might be too long. Get that on there. I know my other scissors will work better. Okay, and then I saw some of this chevron. You know, this is that Dollar Tree stuff. This stuff, you know, I'm kind of a fan of like going on, you know, on sale at the different stores and getting just a few pieces of ribbon that you know will be an excellent contrast type of color. Oops, I think that's too dark. And then just going with that, like not necessarily, you know, doing, and I've got some, sorry, it's kind of off camera, but I've got some black and white that's a little smaller. I think that'll be pretty too. And I think a little bit of white froof in there. Got these like that. What do you think? Yeah, I think I kind of like it the way it is. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up here. I've got about 2 minutes left. Make sure that you follow all of the creators, including myself. I'm here at Dory at Prairie Scraps. And if you've watched this far, we're just making a real simple kind of messy bow here to go with our little Highland cow. Just put cow down below if you would like all of the information for making this yourself. Or message me if you would like to just purchase it the way it is. I really like using twine. I use it from Dollar Tree. I don't worry about it. But what I was saying was I like to just, you know, kind of pick up a nice, like this red and white was a piece from probably Hobby Lobby or something like that. a more expensive ribbon and then adding in some of your other pieces from Dollar Tree, because, you know, Dollar Tree, you kind of recognize Dollar Tree everywhere now. They've got to look, right? But I like to kind of intermix them. So if you have a few, you know, really good pieces of ribbon that you can mix in there and some frill and, you know, whatever. And I always think buffalo check is a staple. I don't know. I really like buffalo check. I love their burlap at Dollar Tree, but I try to add other things to it so it's not the only thing. I'm just going through, I tend to like the dovetailing, and I will post a picture very soon, shortly, or this evening. We will be posting pictures up of this finished with the bow and everything. I thank you for coming. Make sure you do all the things and follow all the rest of the ladies. Up next is Denise over at the Crafty Bunch. Make sure you get over there and watch her. And thank you. Have a great, blessed day and keep on crafting. Okay, I'm still over on YouTube because I'm going to just finish up this bow so you get a chance to see the end of this. We are wrapping up here over at the Crafty Bunch on Facebook. Love for you to join us over there. I did get a little camel on my, I guess this one could go. Now that I started dovetailing, I got to dovetail them all. That's all I'm doing is I'm just folding them in half and do a little dovetail. I guess that one got really short. That's okay. I see another one. We'll get a bow on here. Probably just hot glue it on. Make sure it stays where we want it to stay. And, you know, 95% of making bows really is the fussing, right? Just fuss around till it looks how you want it to. I just wrapped really tightly around there. I'm gonna pull that red over here. Nice thing with these, just kind of fillers, and you just want to fuss with it. So that is going to be it. I think this has turned out just to be the cutest little Highland cow. So make sure you do all the things, subscribe and like, and help me out in that way. We will get our, I have a feeling I don't even have the hot glue gun here. So we will hot glue gun that in place. And we've got the cutest little Highland cow. Isn't she cute? I think she is just adorable. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate every one of you. And of course, it helps my small business when you comment and like and subscribe, do all the things. So we shall see you soon. I will be back tomorrow, Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for T-Shirt Tuesday. We will make a new T-shirt. This one's the Exist Loudly train. It's on either side of Little Miss Highland Cow here. I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty excited.